one gang pulls off a brazen jewel heist. Millions of dollars in diamonds, ripped off in broad daylight.
This was the largest robbery in Kansas City's history.
A flawless plan, a brilliant ringleader.
He's a sharp guy. He knew how to think it through, which you don't often see.
Kansas City's greatest jewel thief outwitted police for years.
Probably the cornerstone of Kansas City, something that most Kansas Cityans, in fact people in the Midwest, are very proud of. There's a false sense of security that each of us have when we go to the Country Club Plaza, and I think that was shattered. It was apparent from their focus that they knew exactly what they were going for. Specific items of jewelry. In under 3 minutes, they were able to obtain over $2.5 million worth of jewelry. This was the largest jewelry heist or robbery in Kansas City's history.
And they'd made a perfect escape. It was as if the gang had vanished into thin air. Police were in search of a high-profile gang of jewel thieves. But the mastermind behind the robbery was just a precocious kid from the neighborhood, a 22-year-old real estate manager named Clarence Burnett.
Clarence was a living sort of legend. He was known as Pawpaw. And if you say Pawpaw in the Kansas City community today, there are a lot of people who know exactly who you're talking about. Clarence began his career as a criminal. At a young age, he learned how to conduct home burglaries. He was an organizer, too, and he was very good with people. He was very good at teaching people, and he sort of also taught other people how to conduct this trade. I think Clarence just wanted that adrenaline rush from organizing, leading, and being part of a very well-executed jewel heist. They also practiced the robbery prior to conducting it using a timer so that everyone was very aware of their role, what they were supposed to do in part of the master scheme of this heist. Mr. Burnett was not in the store, didn't set foot in the store, didn't plan on setting foot in the store. The three other individuals did. At a certain time, the three individuals were given the go sign from Mr. Burnett. At that point, they entered the store and then went to their various assignments, retrieving the jewelry from the Tivol shop.
Committing armed robbery in a busy plaza and in broad daylight seemed an impossible task. But all of Burnett's hard work and training paid off. The gang had everything covered.
They utilized a van to cover the front of the store. So what they were able to do is pull up a van that was almost the exact same size or a little bit bigger than the front of the Tivol store so that anybody walking by would be unable to see in.
Everything went to plan. In just under 3 minutes, they had plundered millions of dollars in jewels. The gang sped off to meet Clarence, waiting in a pickup truck a few blocks away. Clarence knew the police would be searching for the getaway car, but he had a plan to throw them off the trail.
In order to conceal the number of individuals in the vehicle, they laid underneath the back of a pickup truck, and I believe there was a tarp over it so that it could not be seen in. So then from the sky, the helicopter would only see the one individual driving the pickup truck and not be aware that there were other people hiding underneath it. And then they were driven to a location, a safe house, so to speak, where they waited until things cooled off.
Back at Tivol, police questioned the witnesses, but the staff gave them little to go on.
There was not a lot of physical description other than they could probably give maybe a height approximation. It was a very well-orchestrated, well-planned robbery, and this was done by people who had participated in these type of robberies before.